I was initially going to make this video to say that I'm only going to be eating raw animal products and fruit from now on. Although, in the past 2 days, something else has come up and I feel like I should just talk about it in this same video. So to start, what I've been doing for the past week is just eating only raw meat, organs, dairy and eggs, as well as fruit. I've only been eating those things and that's been going fine. The reason I started doing that was because for the past 5 months or so, I was eating a lot of raw animal products, like raw muscle meat, raw brains, liver, heart, kidney, but I was only able to eat it with some kind of seasoning or mixed in like mince with muscle meat. So I just started to basically just eat everything that I have been eating except for the seasoning. So I cut out all added seasoning and added salt. And I basically just wanted to do it as like an experiment to see what would change, if I would feel better, and mainly if the taste of things like organs would change. Because the reason I'd have to have it with like mince or something, seasoning, to get it down because I couldn't stomach it. I didn't like the taste of the raw organs because I wasn't used to it. So that's why I wanted to kind of see if like the taste of raw meat would change over like 30 days. So I wanted to do an experiment, see if my body would kind of get used to it and if it would start tasting better without any like, you know, anything else. So, and not only that, I was also cheating on my like primal diet because I was just eating like not good food, just I guess socially, and I wasn't feeling the best. As I said, like for the past 5 months I've been eating raw meat quite a lot, but I've just been also eating other things like grains and like takeout. So I just really wanted to cut everything out except for like primal diet foods. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past week. That's been going fine. I plan on doing an update video about that in like maybe 2 weeks, and then so then you can see if there's any health benefits or like changes with me. But just these past 2 days, I've really been struggling in my own life. Just, I don't know, regarding my diet, because I haven't seen too many positive changes other than my digestion, which is obviously going to be immediately fixed by just not eating stuff that my body can't digest. So my digestion is really good, but you know, other than that, I haven't seen too many really good benefits. My energy's okay and I feel decent, but yeah, these past 2 days, especially last night, I was just thinking like, I really need something to change in my life because I need this to work, because the way I eat has kind of, and the way I think has in a way kind of taken everything else from me, because I don't really have anything real in my life at the moment. What I mean by that is relationships, which are the only real possession that you want in life. They're the only real thing that matters. I'm talking about romantic relationships and friendships, family, children, parents, siblings, that kind of thing. I have both my parents in my life. I live with them as well as my one sibling that I have, which is good. That's really the only good thing that I have at the moment. Although even then, the way I eat, they think I'm crazy kind of for the way I eat. I can't connect with them. And they're there, which is great, but I just don't really, connect with them because we just live such different lives. We have such different beliefs. And then in terms of friendships, I have friends, but I don't have any close friends because I can't connect with anyone. I just have such differing beliefs. I talk about such different things, and I'm just in general so different to basically everyone my age. And that's led me to have no real close friendships as of now. And I put that down to mainly, it was myself, it's myself, it's my own choice to not connect with people because I know that they just do such different things to me. Like, for example, go out and drink a lot, or just really, eat such different foods to me. If they go out to eat or something, I'm just not going to be eating that because all I care about is my diet. I've kind of put everything into living this way, and by this way I mean the primal diet, which is nothing but raw animal foods and fruit, vegetable juice, although I don't really do that. And the reason I put everything into this is because I believe in it so much, and I believe it can change my life, and I believe it can change so many people's lives. But for me, at least for now, it's definitely come at a cost. And then every girlfriend that I've ever had, is not around anymore, and that's all my fault. Every single girlfriend I've ever had, or potential romantic relationship, has ended because of me. Mainly because the person I used to be, I was brainwashed by the media, by red pill influences mainly, to kind of think that exclusivity is not good, and that men should kind of, I guess, have more than one partner, which obviously isn't true. It's not natural in the slightest, Naturally, you would meet someone and then you would be with them for the rest of your life. I don't believe in marriage, but till death do us part is exactly what it means. That's what it means, Ideally, you would meet someone, you're both virgins, and then you create a family and you live together until death do you part. Now, yeah, so because of that, long story short, I don't have a girlfriend, and every time I could have had a girlfriend, I've just messed it up. Yeah, because of, I guess, how I used to think. So yeah, and I guess these past couple of days, I've just been thinking that this way of, I don't really have anything left of real value in life. So I was just thinking that my diet has to give me something. You know, something kind of has to change here because I'm not feeling like 24/7 euphoria high like so many of these primal diet influencers say that you feel. And I feel alright, don't get me wrong, but overall I feel kind of like depressed because I also struggle to connect with people, you know, and I don't have any solid relationships in my life. So that's really all I wanted to say. Yeah, I don't even know why I wanted to put this out just because if something does happen, if I do start to feel really, really good and I want to make a video on that, like a guide on how you can improve your life, maybe with diet, then I want to have something to reference, and I want people who might watch the video in the future to come reference maybe this video to see that I wasn't in a good way. Yeah. I know no one will really watch this, and I just kind of putting it out to vent and get my thoughts out. Yeah, life's just really not great at the moment, you know. And I'm eating well, I'm getting sunlight, good sleep, but this means nothing, you know. Relationships are so very important. Close bonds with, you know, like-minded men and, you know, women who love you for you, who are attracted to you, and they share, basically, they almost become a part of you, you know. I've had that before. I've had, like, girlfriends who I've just fallen in love with, and they, you know, they just become like a drug. And that's all anyone really wants, obviously. It's the meaning of life, is to procreate with the opposite gender. You know, to have a family. You know, to have people you trust. And to have children. And yeah, I can't blame anyone else but myself for not having that in this time of my life. So yeah, something just really has to change. I don't know what it's gonna be, but if nothing changes, then I will be completely lost, and I won't have anything to look forward to. I won't have anything to live for. So, yeah. It's so hard to make friends because I just can't connect with what they're saying. Like, talking about people that I meet, obviously, and they want to talk about, like, football or sports, you know, normal stuff like that. Like I used to be into video games and, like, going to get coffee and, like, just this food that's just terrible for you that I don't want to do, and I don't want to talk about sports and video games and shit. So yeah, it's just so hard. And if, God forbid, I ever brought up what I'm interested in, you know, in a relationship, you're obviously supposed to express yourself in any kind of relationship. You're supposed to talk about things you're interested in, what makes you happy, what you want to do in life. If, God forbid, I ever bring up what I want to do in life or how I live, what makes me happy, what my purpose is, that kind of thing, it just pushes people away because everyone is so different to me. So yeah, it's really hard, I have a Facebook group, by the way. If anyone wants to join it, it's called Primal Diet, Newcastle, New South Wales. That's where I live, in Australia, Newcastle. It's about 2 hours north of Sydney. It's so yeah, if anyone, I guess, from around here wants to join that and talk, maybe meet up. I don't know why I'm saying this. No one's gonna watch this and join it, but yeah, I made that to kind of try and make connections here where I'm from, but there's just no one. There's just literally no one. I'm sure there is 1 or 2 people maybe, but like where I'm from, but when I say there's no one, I mean there's no one that you can actually connect with. It's just so hard to find those people. Yeah, I don't know what this video is really. It's just sort of me venting. Kind of just expressing how I feel. And yeah, I guess a life update for what it's like right now, but yeah, it's not easy. I feel lonely, definitely. And as I said, I have friends that I hang out with. I don't hang out with them that much just because we're not like close like that. And they have other friends that they're closer with, obviously. But I have like friends, but they're more just acquaintances, because a true friend is someone that you can connect with, who you have a bond with. They understand you understand them, and you share the same interests, and you're like-minded, and there's just no one like that my age. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video to tell you where I'm at, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, I can use this as a reference point later in the future when things start turning around, hopefully. Then I can look back and see, I guess, where I came from, and people can see that, if I do preach that my way of life is correct, that people can see that, I was like them, and it wasn't always easy. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it here for now, at least. If I think of anything else, I guess I'll turn it back on, but that's it. Thank you.